All right, Cumberland's deferred.
All right.
Welcome, everyone, to Mitchell Stadium in Bluefield, West Virginia, where today we have another Mid-South Conference matchup between the Bluefield College Rams and the Cumberlands Patriots. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel, Nick Ratliff. Glad to have you with us once again. It's homecoming here. Maybe the best atmosphere we've had here in the two Virginias so far this season, Nick, and a good time because Bluefield has now won 3 in a row.
Right, I had a hard time finding a parking place on the way to the game today. That was a fun sight to see the parking lot filled. And, yes, absolutely, 3 games in a row. We're 2-0 in the conference. I think this is going to be a fun yet pretty hard challenge for us today.
Well, especially because Cumberlands is such an evenly matched team. They played last week against Pikeville, had a disappointing loss at home against them, and the week before that they had lost against Cumberland. So both of those similarly named teams, they went down 42-40 to them, a team that Bluefield also played a close game with. So if you look at these teams on paper, they are very evenly matched, and especially how Bluefield has played in the past 3 games, it just goes without saying that it's going to be a pretty exciting matchup. So the Rams did not win the toss. The Patriots did and deferred, but now the Rams have elected to receive. So the kicker today to start out for the Patriots, it will be Devin McMillan to kick it away for the Patriots, as well as Malik Brown and Jeff Hughes back to receive. An end-over-end kick, and we are underway. Jeff Hughes receives it on the far hash, jukes up to the 20, now has room to run. Gets all the way up to the 40 before being wrestled down up to the 45-yard line. A 35-yard gain after being tackled by Devontae Miles for the Patriots. So now we saw there in that last game, Nick, well, Jeff Hughes had a very good kickoff return, and then Bluefield got started off well. You got to see if Kason Witt can do that here.
Right, and something that Bluefield has not done well this year is start off in that first quarter and do well. So let's see if that great kick return can jumpstart our offense here in the first quarter and get something going.
Kason Witt had a great game against Point in that very exciting win. 3 receivers bunched out right on the far hash. He'll hand it off to Malik Brown right up the middle, who will rush up for about a gain of 1. Tackled on the play by Robbie Garvin. And then Brown, who didn't have as great of a game against the Skyhawks, Nick, because Bluefield aired it out a little bit more. They had Charles Black and Antonio Strickling working very well.
Right, we did. We threw it a lot in the first half there, and we tried to throw it in the second half. We got shut down. But, yeah, so the running attack, I think that's going to come back and be a huge part of our offense today.
So now 2nd and 8 from the Bluefield 46. Shotgun snap and a fake handoff. Whittle taken on the right side. Has room to run. Cuts across the 50 and tackled up near the first down marker on the Cumberlands 45. Flags coming out after the play. And we're going to have to see. This one will probably come back. So it was 2nd and 8, and then Kason Witt with a good read. Now I have to see what the referees will call on this one. 14-15 left to go in the first quarter. Bluefield looking for their first down of the game, and this one will move back. Holding call on Montgomery, the tight end for Bluefield. That'll push the line of scrimmage all the way back to the Rams' 39-yard line. Got to watch out for those penalties. There were a lot in that game against Point on both sides. Now lining up with a 4-man front for the Patriots. 2nd and 15 to go. Shotgun snap to Witt. Drops back under pressure. Moves up in the pocket. Now moves up across the 40 and then tackled on the play that time by Robbie Garvin, the sophomore defensive lineman out of Guyton, Georgia. So Garvin is a player you have to watch out for on the edge for the Cumberland Patriots. Now 3rd and 11. Ball spotted on the right hash at the Bluefield 43-yard line. Rams looking to pass here with 3 receivers on the near side and then 1 outright. Got to watch out for Antonio Strickland. He had a big game, as well as Charles Black against Point. And now Kason Witt draws somebody off sides, but it looks like there were movement on the Bluefield end. Kason Witt really uses that hard count, Nick.
His cadence is very good. We've seen throughout the season him get a lot of offsides calls on the defense there. It backfires a little bit. I think everybody except for the center moved, so I'm not sure if they were all on the same page right there.
And it will be a false start on Bluefield. It was called on Hinckley. starting right tackle. And once again, another penalty will make it 3rd and 16 from the 38. Win in the gun with Brown behind him. Play action, drops back, hangs down the middle, looking for, it looked like Morgan Covington, but just way too far, and it's incomplete, and Bluefield will have to punt. And we're starting to see that in these past couple of games, Nick. Bluefield gets started kind of slow, and then when Dewey Lusk was talking about this in his press conference on Tuesday, the Rams, he wanted them to actually have scrimmage plays when they were, warming up for the game. Get that first quarter out of the way after being down by 16 last week and then 17 the week before. So now Drake Presley back to punt, and 2 punt returners lined up at the 24-yard line. A high snap as Presley sends a duck spiraling punt out at the 38-yard line. Have to see where the ref spots it. And that is where the Patriots will start, right at the 38-yard line. And this is the first time we're going to see the quarterback, Josiah Robbins, and the Cumberlands Patriots here to start out this game.
And going back to what you said about our slow starts, we can't forget that we're a very young team. We have 62 freshmen, and no matter what game you go into, I'm sure that they have jitters, and that might attribute to how slow we start offensively and defensively.
So now starting at the 40-yard line, Robbins in the gun, has 3 receivers out left. Bluefield with 4 men on the line of scrimmage. Handoff right up the middle, and he is tackled, it looks like, by Tracy Parker Jr. as well as the linebacking core for Bluefield. And the Rams defense did look kind of out of it at times there in the second half against Point. Well, Point just made it a very good ball game after a big second quarter by Bluefield. Now 2nd and 9 from the 41. Jackson showing blitz. Robbins with the play action, has to shuffle up in the pocket, hangs a deep one, and it is incomplete. Pass intended for Devontae Miles, and that would have been a huge gainer for the Patriots, but instead it'll go back, be 3rd and 9.
And that's something we've seen this Bluefield defense struggle with, is the deep passes over the middle. Right there we had 2-minute coverage, and that was great.
So now 3rd and 9 from their own 41-yard line. Bluefield did a good job on the blitz last week with Devin Jackson, as well as the press off the edge from Larry Jefferson. Now 3 receivers bunched out right. Robbins gets the snap, fires it over on the near sideline, and it's going to be caught by Sean Jones, and he's pushed out of bounds up to the 45-yard line. It's a short gain, so not good enough for a first down, and it's going to be 4th and 5. So now the Rams will go back to punt. Jeffrey Hughes back to receive. Or rather, that's Johnny Myers. Myers waiting at the 20-yard line for the punt coming from Devin McMillan. Rams did a good job pressing the punt of Point last week. Jordan Bell, the punter for the Skyhawks, was really under pressure the entire time. A bobbled snap, he picks it up, doesn't get it off, blocked. Still rolling on the far sideline, spinning around now, picked up by the Patriots, moving up to the 40-yard line, and the Rams will start out with great field position. Well, the special teams woes for the other teams are still continuing, Nick.
Right, and that's a huge plus, is seeing our special teams come up with a big play in the first quarter. We've talked about it this entire game, is how we start. So let's see if we can run off of this momentum and get this offense really going.
Well, Murphy Hagan picked up that punt. It looked like Tracy Parker Jr. got a hand on it on that rush for Bluefield. And then after the defensive lineman for the Patriots had to pick it up, he moves it up to the 41-yard line of Cumberlands, and now Bluefield will just have 41 yards to go to pay dirt for a touchdown. Now Witt in the gun. Couple of receivers out to his left. Black in the slot. Hands it off right up the middle to Malik Brown. He breaks the first tackle and then scoots up to the 32-yard line. Cameron Baxley on the tackle. And it's a good gain. Now it'll be 2nd and short with just under 12 minutes left to go. 2nd and 2 from the 33-yard line. Bluefield not huddling once again. Brown in the backfield, and a short handoff to him runs into a wall of tacklers. And brought down by Robbie Garvin, the defensive end, who has been all over the place here in these first 2 drives.
And when this Bluefield offense has succeeded this season, it's been with the run. It's been a lot of runs up the middle, back to back to back, and we've gotten down the field. So let's see if we can continue to do that on this drive.
Well, now no gain. 3rd and 2 from the 33. Ball on the right hash. Brown is the back 3 receivers out left. It'll pitch it off to the left. Brown finds a hole and then runs into a tackler again. No gain. And right there was Chanko Estes. Estes, the backup linebacker, who gets a considerable amount of tackles. It's only a gain of 1 for Bluefield after he cut out left. And now the Rams will have 4th and 1. Not sending out the punt team, and the Rams will line up in the I. Snap, hands it off for Brown. He's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, and a great tackle by Matthew Kastner. And Bluefield, they're not even going to measure this one. A disappointing 3 and out, and a great job by the Patriots to stop Malik Brown. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Patriots will get the ball at their own 32-yard line.
First down, Patriots.
You see sometimes, Nick, where it looks like Bluefield's offense can falter just a little bit, especially in the first half. And right there, a prime example. Not even going to the air one time. He had a lot of trust in Malik Brown, but Matthew Kastner just ran through that offensive line and got everything started up again for the Patriots.
Right, and I'm surprised to see Dewey Luss not want to go to the air after the success that we had in the first half last game.
Robbins is in the gun. 2 receivers out right, ball spotted in the middle. He'll hand it off right up the middle that time. And Kelvin Clausen was the running back, the senior from Georgetown, Kentucky. He only scoots up to about the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 to go. Now 10-19, still no score between Cumberlands and Bluefield here at Mitchell Stadium as the sun continues to set on a beautiful day in West Virginia. Rams with 4 men on the line of scrimmage. Flags coming out, and now Bluefield will have to await what this call will be. Look like some movement on the line. Five more yards. Now Parker Jr. in as the nose guard. Larry Jefferson, the defensive end, formerly a West Virginia Mountaineer, as well as Bobby McBride, the defensive end, out on the right. Bluefield with 6 men in the box as the Patriots are all spread out. Jackson blitzing, all kinds of pressure. Dumps off a screen pass to Clausen, and he'll inch up to the 35-yard line after the linebacking core got to him. It'll be now 3rd down and 7 after they get back to the 35-yard line.
And there we see Devin Jackson again applying pressure. Even though it's a screen, that was a great blitz, and I expect to see him to do that a lot today.
It's now 3rd and 7 from the 35-yard line. Under 10 minutes, both teams looking for their first score. Devin Jackson lining up on the near side. Shows blitz, and he does. Robbins drops back, hangs one down the near sideline, and it is incomplete. On the coverage that time was Isaiah Fenner, and the pass intended for that time it was Bryant Long. And now it will be 4th and 7, Bluefield forcing a punt, and a very good defensive stance right there, Nick, especially after Bluefield faltered on offense. The defense hung in there.
Right after stalling, we see our defense pick our offense up yet again, and we've seen that throughout the season. This defense has really come on strong since the first 2 ball games.
Oh, Devin McMillan back to punt. His last one got blocked. High snap, gets the punt off. It's a high spiraling kick. Johnny Myers waves for fair catch, and he will receive it on the left hash at his own 30-yard line. Decent punt for McMillan, even when the Bluefield College Rams were bringing the house. And with 9:16 left to go in the first quarter, the Rams already have their 3rd drive of the ball game.
And Bailey, I would like to see them try and throw the ball a little bit on this drive. Try and get some short, quick passes to get Kaysen into a rhythm. And that is what I think is going to help this offense get a little jump start.
Well, you bring in Alex Martin, the bruising running back. You might do that on the next play. Handoff out of the shotgun to Martin. He shuffles up to the line of scrimmage before he met Tyler Pendleton, the linebacker. No gain on the play for Bluefield. And that is something that Cumberlands has been pretty talented at in their past couple of games, Nick. They're letting up only around 140 yards rushing per game, where Bluefield on the flip side lets up about 220. So Bluefield has to air it out a little bit more, and it looks like they might here with 2 receivers out right. Snap and a play action to Alex Martin. Witt drops over the middle, and it is caught. Montgomery up to the 45-yard line, and once again Pendleton making the tackle, but that'll move the chains. First down of the game for Bluefield, and the first completion for Kaysen Witt.
And I also think that's the first time that we've thrown to a tight end this season. That's not something that is integrated into this offense, and it's fun to see a tight end going over the middle and Kaysen Witt sticking in the pocket. He's not the tallest guy, looking over that line and completing that pass.
Well, a snap and a handoff right up the middle, and Alex Martin only got about a yard before being swallowed up by Murphy Hagan, another defensive end, senior from Carrollton, Georgia. Got to watch out for him. He's the leader on this Cumberlands team in sacks.
And Bailey, we see 2 tight ends come to the game as 2 wide receivers come off. So with Alex Martin in at running back, I'm expecting a lot of runs.
2nd and 9 from their own 45-yard line. Ball on the left hash. Shotgun snap and a handoff to Martin. He was patient, and now he clunks up to the 46. Once again, that Cumberlands Patriots run defense has been so strong early on. Bluefield not finding a hole, and it's only a gain of 1. 3rd and 8 to the 46. Now Martin immediately taken off. Rashad Butler, the freshman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, back in. He has been quiet in the past couple of games after having such a great start to the season. Bluefield with 2 receivers on either side. Ball spotted in the middle of the field at the 46. Low snap to Whip, but a flag flying. And we will have to see what this is.
I'm curious to see it. Everybody was moving. I'm not sure who that was on.
More movement, Kason Witt. And it will be false start, this time on Jeffrey Hughes, the wide receiver who was on the far sideline. And now, instead of 3rd and 8, it'll be 3rd and 13. And that moves it all the way back to the 41-yard line. The Rams have to get it up across the 50 to the Patriots' 46 for a fresh set of downs. Now Kason Witt in the gun. He has Butler on his right side. 3 receivers out right. Snap, all kinds of pressure, and he tried to dump off a screen pass and actually looked like Kastner was in as the main pressure that time, but that pass intended for Rashad Butler popped up and knocked around. So now it's 4th and 13 after the Rams once again falter on offense after getting that first down. Drake Presley back to punt. Snap right to Presley, and he delivers a spiraling kick, and it'll be caught at the 25-yard line by Seth Burke, and Burke meets Caleb Jackson, that linebacker for Bluefield, as well as a couple more Rams. Flags coming in right around the 35-yard line before he was dropped at the 34. Not a great return on a decent punt by Drake Presley. We have already seen all kinds of flags in this game already.
Seems to be the trend of the season. Most of the games we've played have been full of penalties and mostly on special teams.
6:55 left to go in the first quarter. Presley has been very good at times with that punt, Nick, and Dewey Lux always loves to talk about him. I have to see what the penalty is. Legal hands to the face on the Rams. And that will favor the Patriots with decent field position to start out another drive for them. Patriots wearing the white, Bluefield in the red with the white pants and blue helmets here on homecoming night. That moves the ball all the way up to the Patriots' 48-yard line for Josiah Robbins, young man out of Danville, Kentucky. Out the 48, 2 receivers positioned out on the far sideline and 1 down on the right. Xavier Bryant Long has been a decent receiver for the Patriots. He's the receiver on the near. Robbins in the gun. Bluefield with 6 in the box. Handoff right up the middle, and he clunks his way up to the 48-yard line. That's Milton Shelton. And this is a team that has a ton of running backs, Nick. Just on their depth chart, we've already seen beyond this. Seth Burke is the main choice out of the backfield, as well as Sean Jones. But that time, Milton Shelton getting a carry, the sophomore from Roswell, Georgia, up to the Bluefield 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now bringing a man in motion. Bluefield does not falter. A handoff right up the middle. No, he pitches it outside, and Bluefield did not fall for that. Another flag coming down on the pitch out to Sean Jones.
And before we get this call, going back to what you said about having so many running backs, that means that there's so many different styles of running backs that this team has, and Bluefield cannot sit and expect a speed guy or just a power guy, as they're going to get a mix of a lot.
Another flag on the play. Once again, these flags have just piled up already in such a short game. Face mask on Bluefield, and that will move it up 15 more yards. So now the Patriots are getting deeper into Rams territory, all the way up to the 33-yard line. Now on the first down play, snaps it right up the middle, and it's going to be Milton Shelton once again. Tackled by Larry Jefferson, the defensive end, and now Darius Flowers running in for Tracy Parker Jr. It's a gain of 5 up to the 28-yard line. Still under 6 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. 3 men on the line for the Rams. Robbins with the bunch set, a high snap. He'll hand it off to Shelton right up the middle. He breaks through the first tackle, and then the linebackers brought him down once again. It was DeMarcus Wimbush, who has been a star on the Bluefield defensive end. And it's a short gain up to the 27, 3rd and 4 on the far hash. And now a brand new defensive set coming in as Terrence Hall comes out, as well as Darius Flowers off the defensive line. So now 3rd and 4 at the 27-yard line, just a little bit over 5 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. Robbins has to get it up to the 23. Now a man in motion. Gets the snap, hands it off right up the middle to Clausen, and he bruises his way for a first down up to the 19-yard line. And it's a first down for the Patriots after Jonathan Green made the tackle. Now in the red zone for the first time today. And a good choice on that read. You thought they were going to pitch it out wide to Sean Jones, but instead hands it off right to Clausen, right up the middle, the bruising running back, lining up as a fullback. He has another good carry. So now 1st and 10 from the left hash. Now bringing a man in motion, hands it off to Clausen right side, and Larry Jefferson brought him down to the 15-yard line. Just another short game, but once again, Clausen has been the answer so far as running goes.
Right, and the one thing about this Bluefield defensive line is that at times this season they've been our greatest asset, and at times they have struggled with a run right up the middle with a power back.
From the right hash now, it is 2nd and 7 from the 16-yard line. Fresh set of downs would be at the Bluefield 9. Now Robbins, play action, fires near sideline, and it's going to be cut by Jones, the running back, all the way up to the 6. It's a first down, and it'll be 1st and goal. Think about Sean Jones, Nick. Not only is he a running back, but he is the leading wide receiver, or receiver rather, for this Cumberlands team. So they like to employ all of their running backs to do a ton of things, and now have 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's one more challenge for this Bluefield defense. You're going to have to key in on him and notice whether he's at running back or wide receiver, and you have to figure he's probably going to get the ball.
1st and goal from the 6. Jones in motion, and a handoff right up the middle. The bruising running back for the Patriots. That time, not Clausen, but Zaylon Reynolds. So Reynolds, a freshman from Chelsea, Alabama, that's just his 15th carry of the season. Now under 4 minutes left, it'll be 2nd and 5 after a gain of 1. Now the Rams looking for a big defensive stop right here. 2nd and goal from the 5. Robbins in the gun. He has Shelton as the running back. Now brings Jones in motion, hands it off on a jet sweep, cuts up near the corner and into the end zone. Touchdown Cumberlands with 3:05 left to go in the first quarter. It's their first touchdown of the game, and now up 6-0.
And Bailey, this is unfortunately familiar territory for Bluefield, but on that play, I was confused. I thought they'd ran it up the middle. That was a great fake, and just the jet sweep. They had a little bit more speed than we did, and they beat us to the edge.
So now the Rams are down early once again in the first quarter. A little bit better if you think about it than last week, as now the kicker in is Joe Rose, trying to boot this one through the uprights. Snap is down, kick is away, and end over end into the uprights. So now 7-0. Cumberlands with 3:05 left to go. We're going to take a quick break here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield trailing early in the first quarter.
Number 39, Nick Amaya on to kick.
Nick Amaya to kick. 7-0 Cumberlands up against Bluefield after a 6-yard touchdown from Sean Jones, the running back, on a jet sweep. He'll boot it from the left hash, end over end, far corner. Caught by Hughes in the end zone, and he's going to return it. Towing down the far sideline. Now room to run. Space in front of him. Cuts at the 35. Tripped up at the 40 and stumbles all the way up to the 49-yard line. And he just had to beat the kicker, Nick Amaya. And unfortunately for the Rams, he couldn't get there. But once again, Nick, another great return by Jeffrey Hughes.
He has been absolutely electrifying to watch this entire season. Already 3 great kick returns today. And I've said it the past 3 drives, but we need to drive off of that momentum. And we need to get going on the first and second plays of our drive instead of having negative yards and penalties.
Well, they pushed him all the way back on the return. They said he went down at the 42-yard line, but he inched all the way up to the 49. But now Bluefield will start at their own 42-yard line. Rashad Butler in as the running back. Low snap and a delayed pitch out to Butler. He goes down the far sideline and then gets the first down, cutting at the 40 and then tackled at the 34-yard line. Once again, Bluefield in a situation where they only had one man to beat, but Jay Woods made the tackle for the Patriots. Solid gain for Bluefield, and Rashad Butler showing that electricity, Nick, that he had there in that first couple of games for Bluefield. Back at it again here. 1st and 10, now into Cumberland's territory at the 34-yard line. 2 receivers on the long end of the field. Rams on the right hash. Another delayed pitch, this time to Butler. Butler finds a blocker and then tackled by, looked like Chanco Estes up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. But, Nick, he hit that hole really hard, and if you would have seen his acceleration, you would have thought that he would have gotten further than 3 yards.
And that's what he did on that last play where he gained more than 3 yards. And that is something that when Bluefield offense is kicking, you'll see our 3 running backs hitting the hole with extreme power and running downhill.
Rams on the hash nearest their own sideline. A play action, rather. Witt will take it on a draw right up the middle, and he fell right into Kastner, the defensive lineman. And Bluefield with another small gain. Witt didn't have a great read, just moved it up to the 29-yard line, a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd and 5. Now from the 28-yard line, under 2 minutes left to go and the clock ticking. Rams need a first down. In the gun once again for Witt. Snap. Drops back, looks right, and fires to the 20-yard line. Caught it on the hash. It was Johnny Myers who caught it and then fell to a knee for a first down.
That was a great play. Cason Witt does not have much room. There's a little bubble in that defense where he needs to get. Great timing by both the receiver and the quarterback.
Now Bluefield will move out to the far hash. Witt in the gun, 2 receivers bunched out right. Fakes the handoff to Butler and then takes it himself and dances on the far sideline. Good gain up across the 20 into the red zone, and he is knocked out at the 18, so a gain of 3 with the clock ticking down here in the first quarter. Bluefield down 7-0 to Cumberlands, but trying to equalize on this drive.
And we haven't seen Cason Witt utilized as a running threat much this season. He has quite a few carries here in this first quarter. Let's see if that's something they're trying to integrate.
2nd and 6 from the 17. He'll hand it off left side to Butler, trying to find some room, and he will work up to the 11-yard line after Jalon Benjamin, the cornerback, got a tackle. And the Rams will have 3rd and short from the 11. Or rather, it looks like it's going to be at the 13-yard line. And now a first down, rather. They move it up to the 11. So under a minute left to go. 1st and 10 from the 11. Witt in the gun. Trips receivers to the right. Snap. Hands it off to Butler, and he hurdles over the first defensive lineman. Looked like it was Kastner, and he got up for a short gain up to the 8-yard line. But Butler showing his acrobatics, Nick.
He's been fun to watch all season. He can do it all. He's got the speed, he's got the power, and right there he's got some hops. 2nd
and 7 at the 8-yard line. Bluefield very close to the end zone as Witt looks over to Dewey Lusk, the head coach in his first season. 3 receivers out right, and Malik Brown now in as the running back. Hands it off to Brown. He scoots up to the 5 and tackled for a short gain. Tyler Pendleton, once again, the linebacker, brought the running back down to the ground, and that will be it for the first quarter. After a short gain up to the 7-yard line, it'll be 3rd and 7 when we come back here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield down by 7 at Cumberlands.
Into the first quarter.
Third and 6 for Bluefield from the 7-yard line. Went in the gun on the far hash. Hands it off. No, he'll play action. Dumps it off to Jeffrey Hughes. Cutting move at the 5 towards the goal line, and he is tackled at the 1. But either way, that'll be a first down. Jay Woods saved a touchdown for the Patriots, and a great read right there by Cason Witt. He had us fooled up here in the booth. He faked the handoff, then dumped it off to Hughes, and Hughes was so close to a touchdown.
That's a new school triple option style play, and I think that Bluefield can run this very well.
Now at the 1-yard line, 1st and goal. Alex Martin now in. Hands it off to the running back. Breaks through the first tackler, trying to wrestle in towards the end zone, and they won't give it to him. No gain. And another great job after Jeremiah Baker was on the tackle, and he stopped another touchdown. So now it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Martin back in. Went under center now. Snap, trying to sneak it, trying to plunge in, and he is in there. 2nd week in a row for Cason Witt having a rushing touchdown, and Bluefield is an extra point away from tying up the game. Good drive. They had great field position to start after the kickoff return from Jeffrey Hughes, and Bluefield doesn't get down by a ton early this time, Nick. They're able to tie it up here on a touchdown to start out the 2nd quarter.
And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for this Bluefield offense, is being able to drive the football down the field.
Low snap, kick is away, and Tanner Griffith, no good. Goes wide left. It was a low snap to Zachary Wright, and the kicker from Gloucester, Virginia, couldn't punch it through the upright. So it is 7-6. Bluefield still down when we come back here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams missed the extra point, but now Tanner Griffith sends a high end-over-end kick, and it's going to be fumbled. Still out. Rams look like they have it, and they do. Bluefield will have it at the 31-yard line. Defense or special teams miscue that time by Hunter Miniard, who dropped the kickoff, and now Bluefield only has 31 yards, and it was received by Lowell Patron Jr. for the Rams. Picked up on a fumble, and now Bluefield just has 31 more yards to try to take the lead with 13 left to go here in this second quarter. There's a break, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, as soon as we get out of the first quarter, we get one.
Now 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Witt operates from the right hash. He'll pitch it out on the short side. Rashad Butler gets a block now, toes down the near sideline, and a juking move after being pushed out of bounds by Murphy Hagan. It'll be close to a first down. It'll be 2nd and short up at the 24-yard line. Bluefield has to get to the 22.
Devontae Hines is the reason that play was positive. He came and pulled and had an incredible block on the edge.
Devontae Hines, a leader on the offensive line for sure, a very talented center. Witt in the gun once again. Butler still out as the running back. Hand off to Butler, and he couldn't get through that first tackler. Robbie Garvin was in on a blitz, and he's trying to spin away. Bluefield had now 3rd and short. No gain. At the 24-yard line.
You can see Casey Mason kind of shaking his head. Trying to say my bad because he made the wrong read. The end crashed down. He should have kept it.
So now 3rd and 2 from the 24-yard line. And despite it being a short yard, Butler still in as the running back. Pushes it out far side on the Butler trying to find some room, and he doesn't. Brought down for a loss and tackle. And actually like Jeremiah McKibben made the tackle on the defensive side for the Patriots. It'll be a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th and 4 from the 26. So despite the point starting field position on the kickoff miscue, Bluefield will have to send out the kicker on a very difficult punt for Tanner Griffith. It's going to be 43 yards. This would give Bluefield the lead. Ball is spotted on the left hash, and they are sending someone back to receive. Baker in the end zone for the Patriots. Snap is good, kick is away, end over end, and it is good. Tanner Griffith, wow, what a kicker he has been for Bluefield, and now the Rams have taken a 9-7 lead here at Mitchell Stadium. When we come back on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
Tanner Griffith on the kickoff for Bluefield College.
Well, Tanner Griffith in to kick once again for Bluefield, now up 9-7 here in the second quarter. And Hunter Miniard is the kickoff returner once again, paired with Sean Jones all the way back to the 5-yard line. Miniard actually fumbled that last kickoff attempt, and Griffith will just send a high end-over-end kick over to the 20-yard line, caught, and now moving up to the 34. Catching it that time for the Patriots, looks like it was Seth Burke, and then Burke will get the ball up to the 30 or 29-yard line, and that is where the Patriots will start on the right hash. Rams need a defensive stop here, Nick, and looks like they have all the momentum right here. What a kick it was by Tanner Griffith.
Right, we do, and there we see Tanner Griffith again doing what he's done all season, and we need this defensive line to get a little bit of motivation and be able to stop this running attack from multiple running backs coming from Cumberlands.
Josiah Robbins back in as the quarterback. He has 7 touchdowns this year. Hands it off right up the middle to Shelton, and no gain on the play. Tackled by Carlton Toussaint, DB coming in and laying the wood for a short gain up to the 30-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd and 9. And Dino Kaklis has to be pretty proud of the way his defense has been resilient in the past few games, really a big part of the fact that they have won 3 games in a row. Robbins operating out of a short huddle. Now the running back on his right side, 2 receivers to his left. Fake handoff, drops back, fires down the far sideline. He has no receivers, and it was almost intercepted. Bluefield laying back, and that would have been a great play. Diving on it was Isaiah Fenner, and Fenner had to lay out. I don't know why he threw that, Nick, because For some reason, there was no one there.
No, both receivers on the top of the field did about a 9-yard dig, and then he just, I don't know, he just hucked it out, and there was nobody there but our guy. That was an incredible play. He almost came up with it, but I'm not sure what that offense was doing right there.
And now passing again. Robbins operating left, a couple of pump fakes, and then fires at the 50, and it's going to be caught. It looks like on the reception it was Jalen Smith. Bluefield will now give up a first down. Jonathan Green made the tackle, but that was a great play for Robbins on a 3rd and long.
In a Patriots first down.
Well, attendance here today, one of the better days we have had in Bluefield history. Right around 3,000 fans, 2,958 here on homecoming night. 9-7 the score. Now bringing a man in motion, hands it off to Shelton on the read, and Bluefield swallowed him at the 49-yard line on the tackling effort. Logan Hinnett, the linebacker. After a short carry for Shelton. Now Bluefield will have the Cumberlands Patriots rather will have 2nd and 9 with 11 minutes left to go. Second and 9 from the Bluefield side now, 49. Robbins trying to get a drive together here after almost throwing an interception. Bringing Jones in motion behind him, and he'll hand it off to Clausen on the left side, and Terrence Hall made the tackle. Young fella from Maryland brought down the fullback for a short gain, and now it's going to be, looks like no gain, 3rd and 9.
And there's that Bluefield College defensive line that we've been talking about as we see Larry Jefferson come in this pretty much obvious passing situation, as he is an extremely good pass rusher.
3rd and 9 from the Bluefield 49. Robbins looking to his sideline for the play call. He has Clausen in as the running back. Snap, play action, rolls right, under pressure, fires far sideline, and it's caught for a first down. But then after he rolled, it looked like the ball came out, but the line judge said that it is a completed pass, and it's good enough for a first down up to the 39-yard line. Isaiah Fenner, after Jalen Smith had the catch on the play, it's going to be a first down from the 39, and that makes 2 straight 3rd down conversions for the Patriots, Nick.
And that's deflating as a defense. You get them in that 3rd and long situation, a situation that you want them in. And give credit to the Cumberlands offense and this quarterback being able to hook up with his receivers at the right times.
On the far hash for the Patriots, now deeper into Rams territory. Screen pass, dumps it off right towards the middle, and caught that time for a short gain by Jeremiah Murphy.
Pass complete to number 20, Seth Burke.
Or rather, that was Seth Burke.
Gain of 4 will bring
just a gain of 4.
6.
And now 2nd and 6. The ball spotted right in the middle up at the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs would be constituted at the 29. Well, Robbins is operating as a decent game manager here. It's 9-7 Bluefield. Brings a man in motion. Now a handoff to Shelton, and the Rams once again right there for no gain.
For Kyle Shelton, the ball carrier.
Darius Flowers swallowing up the running back. It'll be 3rd and 7, and the Rams need to make another stop after 2 straight 3rd down conversions. Also on the tackling effort, looked like it was the freshman Brandon Kale. 3rd and 7 from the 36.
Billy, I would look for Cumberlands to try and attack the flats again. That's the only place that they've had success throwing the football early in this game.
Robbins in the gun, 3rd and 7. Fakes the handoff, whips near sideline, intended and incomplete. Thomas Daniel had a hand on it, and it went out of his grasp. So now Robbins looking over to his sideline. He might try to go for it here, but instead here comes the punt team. It would be 4th and 7 from the 36. So field goal pretty much out of the question.
For 37. For 13, Myers back for Bluefield.
Oh, Johnny Myers back at the 10-yard line for Bluefield. And another punt coming up from Devin McMillan. One of his punts have been blocked. A good snap. Bluefield bringing the house, and a shank punt on the far sideline. Bounces at the 20 and takes a Ram bounce up to the 24-yard line. And now that is where the Rams will start with 8:18 left to go in the second quarter. So, Nick, Bluefield up 9-7. What have you seen so far?
I've seen an incredible running attack like we've seen this entire season from our three main running backs. They've looked very good. Alex Martin, Malik Brown, and Rashad Butler has really had another coming out party after doing very well in the early part of the season. Has been pretty quiet these past 2 games, but here today he's done very well.
Now the Rams with a 2-point lead. They'll start at the 23-yard line. Kaysen Witt going to be attempting to be undefeated since he came in as the starting quarterback against Warner a few weeks ago after the benching of Churchy Harold. Now in the gun, 4 men on the line of scrimmage, and a handoff right up the middle to Butler, and a couple of juking moves, and dancing up to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. And Jeremiah Baker, once again, was on the tackle, defensive back for the Patriots.
Gain on the play of 8 brings up 2nd down and 2.
So now 2nd and 2 from the left hash. Butler, like Nick said, has been very talented, but Jeremiah Baker, one of the leading tacklers, couldn't beat him. Shotgun, play action, fires out left side on a screen and immediately brought down. That pass intended and caught for by Jeffrey Hughes, and the defensive back
82, Hughes.
Was Jarrett Cornelius, and Cornelius was not fooled by the trickery on that play fake, Nick. And now Bluefield going with a short screen, only get just no yardage right there. 3rd and 2 at the 31-yard line. In the gun, now puts a running back out right. Witt drops back, fires over the middle, and it's hauled in, or rather incomplete, intended for Charles Black. And Bluefield will once again punt on a disappointing 3-and-out.
Brings up 4th down and 2.
That's a hard place to go 3-and-out after you get a big stop defensively, and you get another break on special teams with a punt that was quite frankly just shanked. So we're going to have to see if Drake Presley can do what he's done all season and flip the field position on us.
Back to receive, it's Robbie Repass as well as Miles Betts. Cumberlands showing with 2 punt returners, and Drake Presley back once again for another punt with 7:18 left, all the way back. A spiraling punt on the near sideline takes a bounce and rolls out at the 47-yard line. Not the best punt from a normally talented special teams player in Drake Presley, but good field position to start once again for Cumberlands with 7:10 left to go in the half. They are down by 2. It is 9-7. Bluefield took the lead on a 43-yard kick from Tanner Griffith. The freshman from Gloucester, Virginia, has been very talented, and they actually pushed the ball back. We had a better view of where that ball rolled out than the referee did. So now back at the 46-yard line when we originally said the 47.
Right.
And now in the gun once again with a trio of receivers on his right. Robbins. And whistles blow before the snap. Looking for clarification. Timeout called by the Rams, and that will stop us here with 7:10 left to go in the second quarter. Taking a quick break on the Rams Digital Sports Network. It is 9-7 Bluefield over Cumberlands. Now 1st and 10 after the timeout for the Patriots at their own 46. A quick snap, drops back and fires over the middle, and it is caught for a first down by Hunter Miniard, who stumbled up to the 40-yard line on a good game. Bluefield gave up a first down on the first play of the drive. Now 7 minutes left to go. Robbins and company not operating out of a huddle this time. Ball in the middle of the field, 2 running backs on either side of Robbins. Fakes the handoff, looks for the pitch, and he takes it himself, dancing up to the line of scrimmage, and Bluefield was not fooled on the option. Not a great read for the quarterback.
And Bailey, that's something, if you're going to run the option as a quarterback, you cannot hesitate at all.
Tackle for
Marcus
a 1-yard
Wimbush
loss.
made a 1-yard loss tackle that time, back to the 41-yard line. They are now in Rams territory, though, with 6.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Brings up 2nd down and 11.
Now 2nd down and 11 for the Patriots. Shelton is the running back to his right with 2 receivers on the left. Play action, under pressure, hangs a deep ball. Nobody there once again on the far sideline. And that is the second time tonight, Nick, we have seen that. So something has to be off as far as the communication roles go for Josiah Robbins and his team, because second time he has just aired out pretty much an arm punt.
Right, and that's the second time that we've seen that on just a 9-yard hitch. So I'm not sure if the receiver or the quarterback has the signals mixed up, but it seems to be the same play that he cannot get on the same page with his wide receiver.
3rd and 11 from the 41-yard line. Robbins has already converted 2 third downs tonight. Devin Jackson showing blitz, under pressure, whips it over the middle, and incomplete. Intended on the reception was Jerani Hinton, and the wide receiver just let it go off of his chest on a bullet pass. It's going to be 4th and 11 and a forced punt coming up for the Patriots.
And this Patriot offense really wants to rely on their running game, which they've had success with this season. Yet today they've done a very good job of throwing the ball when they get into throwing situations. So I'm not sure why they haven't started out drives trying to air it out just a little bit.
Back to punt once again, Devin McMillan with Johnny Myers back to receive at the 10-yard line. Great punt, high spiraling. Myers will just let it bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and Bluefield will start at the 20-yard line. So now 1st and 10 for the Rams with 6 minutes flat left to go here in this first half. Bluefield ready to go once again. Kason Witt looking for another opportunity to manage this team down the field. They haven't had a great drive today. They had a good one after that Jeffrey Hughes kickoff return, Nick, but for the most part, the Patriots have stifled the Rams.
Right, they've helped us out on special teams by letting us have those big returns and then the muff kickoff return. So let's see if Kason Witt and this offense can really get a true drive going, as they have to go 80 yards to get into the end zone.
Now Witt in the gun. Malik Brown is his running back on his left side. Low snap, hands it off to Brown, finds a hole, and then runs up to the 28-yard line. Gain of 8. Tyler Pendleton brought him down on the tackle. And it'll be 2nd and 3, on a gain of 7 to the 27.
And Billy, that's the most impressive thing about these running backs that we have is they hit the hole with so much force. They are running downhill and doing very well.
On the right hash for Witt in the gun. Hands it off to Brown once again, and he tries to bounce outside, but instead met on the tackling effort by Brad Montgomery.
Brown, the ball carrier.
And only a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 28. Bluefield has to get a fresh set of downs at their own 30-yard line. Rams have not done a great job on 3rd and short situations here tonight. And interesting that Alex Martin hasn't been in as the running back for that. Snap, play action, or rather he fumbled the ball, hit, and Witt dropped right back down on it. A small loss of 3 at the 25-yard line. Montgomery was back there again.
Recovered by Bluefield College.
And Bluefield will punt once again on a 3-and-out. Witt looked like he wanted to draw on a pump fake and then tried to heave it downfield, but then coughed up the ball and lost 3 yards, and Drake Presley will have to swing the leg once again.
Number 24.
And we've seen Drake Presley a couple times this season. When he does have pressure coming towards him, he does tend to sometimes kick the ball right off of his foot.
For the Patriots.
Now Presley back to punt once again. Betts as well as Robbie Repass back to receive this punt. All the way back to their own 35-yard line. Presley with toes at the 11 for Bluefield. Good snap from Devin Jackson, who'll get off a punt. It's a deep one, spiraling to the 36. Caught by Repass, gets a block. Now cuts near sideline and tackled on the play by Devin Jackson, the long snapper, out to the 47-yard line. And now that is where the Patriots will start with 4:15 left to go here in this first half. Patriots will get the ball in the second quarter, or the second half, I should say, as they did defer that first kickoff.
Patriots 1st and 10.
Now 1st and 10 for Josiah Robbins. Robbins, just a sophomore from Danville, Kentucky. Seth Burke, the other running back from the same exact high school in Danville. Hasn't been as big a part of the running game of this one. Now a quick handoff right up the middle and bustling through tacklers on the carry that time. It was Nate
Number
Cohen,
17,
just
Nate
another
Cohen, the
running
ball
back
carrier.
for Cumberlands, and he
Gain
was
on the
tackled
play
by
results
Michael
in a
Everett.
Patriots first down.
A first down into Bluefield territory at the 42-yard line. So they have a stable of backs to work with. So Cohen in as the running back on the right side as Robbins drops back, fires left, and it's going to be caught. And on the screen, he'll inch up to the 32, tackled by Jonathan Green.
Complete to number 81, Daniel.
Daniels made the catch.
Gain on the
9-7
play, brings
Bluefield up,
down
second and 3. And the ball on the left hash of the 34. Robbins has 2 receivers out right. Could be a stop for the Rams as he hands it off to Cohen, cuts right, tries to spin at the 31, and then tackled near the first down marker.
For 17, Cohen, the ball carrier.
Tackled by Jonathan Green once again. And it's good enough for a first down for the Patriots with 3:30 on the clock here in the first half. Wind starting to blow out
Gain on
right.
the play brings up first down.
Robbins in the gun once again, fakes the handoff, and he'll roll right, pump fake, fires far sideline, intended for Jones, incomplete, looking for a pass that would have brought them in a first and goal situation, but instead he just sailed it out of bounds, and those passes have just not been on cue tonight.
No, anything past 5 yards, he has not been able to be accurate with those throws, and that's really hindered this offense. They've gotten into passing situations and have not been able to convert.
9-7, Rams up by 2. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Now a man in motion, hands it off to Shelton right up the middle, and he hit the hole very hard before being upended at the 26-yard line. And now Cumberlands will call a timeout with 3:10 left.
No, Bailey, I don't think they
Gain
are.
on the play.
And rather, they will not call it.
Down.
Logan Hinnett on the tackle. 3rd down. It looked like they wanted to call a timeout. It would have made sense to try to get this thing going in the 3rd down situation. So now Robbins back in the gun. Shelton is his running back. Drops back, fires a screen, and it's broken up. Play is still live. Bluefield picked up the ball, and the referees say it's a turnover. Picked up on the hit by DeBerry. He knocked down Shelton, and then looks like Bluefield able to recover it by Dontavius Covington, and that is going to be a controversial play, Nick. First down Rams.
Right, and that's a play that we needed. We needed to get this ball back as we have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. If we can put points on the board and go into halftime with a bigger lead than we already have, I think that would be a great momentum swing. And we've said it all season, we are a very, very good second half team.
It looked like, Nick, though, from up here that the Rams might have just forced an incompletion, but instead they called it a lateral and a turnover on a fumble because Shelton just got obliterated by DeBerry on the blitz, who saw the screen coming from yesterday. And now the Rams will start out from the 38-yard line on the right hash. Kaysen Witt will work with Malik Brown. He has Johnny Myers and Charles Black as receivers on his left side on the fat end of the field, and then Antonio Strickland on the short end on the right side. Strickland had a great game in his home state of Georgia against Point. Yet to make a catch here. 2:40 left to go, 1st and 10. And a hard count by Witt, looking to draw some men offside. Looks to throw first, then hands it off to Brown, and Brown once again has been hitting the hole so hard, moves up to the 44-yard line. Cameron Baxley on the drop tackle that time, up to the 44. Good gain for the Rams. It'll be 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard sprint from Brown. Bluefield with all but one of their timeouts. Low snap for Witt, play action, looks right side, fires a pass intended for Strickland, and it went off of his hands. And it'll be 2nd or 3rd and 4 rather. Jeremiah Patterson on the coverage. And Strickland just couldn't break free.
3rd down and 4.
Yeah, that was great coverage down here, and that ball was thrown just a little bit behind Antonio Strickland. It was a very hard ball to catch.
Now the Rams bringing in a fullback this time. It's going to be Kyle Cater. Cater brought in usually on those short-to-go situations. Now he'll line up in the pistol. Brown, the running back, right behind Witt in the gun. Fakes the handoff. Witt looks down the middle, hangs a deep pass intended for Strickland, right through his fingertips, and he's bouncing around. He was just inches away from what could have been a touchdown for Bluefield, but instead 4th and 4. And once again, after the Patriots gift them a play, Bluefield fails to convert.
Right, and that's been one of the things that we've struggled with this season, is being able to capitalize on the breaks that we've gotten in the great plays that we've made on special teams. And right there, us getting that fumble in that situation with less than 3 minutes to go in the half, we needed to get at least 3 points.
Ball is at the 44 for Drake Presley, ready to kick away to repass once again. All by himself at the 15, a high snap. Presley reeled it in, but it's blocked. This ball is scooting out at the 40-yard line, now to the 45, and the Rams fall on it, but a flag came down. This could possibly be offside for the Patriots.
It was back there pretty quick, really. I'm not sure if it is offsides.
Well, it still wasn't a great sack from Jevin Jackson, and that is unfortunately a continued narrative for Bluefield, especially on the special teams end for Devin Jackson. He has not been able to be consistent as this Bluefield coaching staff wants him to be. Long conference for this flag. Looking for it. We think it could be offside. As it stands right now, the ball rolled up to the Cumberlands 45-yard line, and the chains are going to move like so. And you got to think if it's an offside, Nick. It was 4th and 4, so now that could be a first down for the Rams. But they still have not decided what's going on here. It looks like the Cumberlands
offense is coming
back on the field.
The flag is still laying down around the 38-yard line, so I'm not.
And this makes the second week in a row, Nick, where the flags have came out, and it seems to be some sort of congressional commission to figure out what the call is. And it's going to be a holding on Bluefield. Declined. And after all that, they just decided a holding. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Cumberlands from the 45-yard line with 1:59 left to go here. Robbins looking to put the Patriots back on top. They score the first touchdown of the game. Bluefield, though, up 9-7. Robbins in the gun. Drops back, looks left. Now fires middle, incomplete. Pass intended.
Wow. Really, that was a very late flag coming in from the back. I think we're going to get pass interference. But
pass intended for 100 yard, but now a flag coming down from all the way back. On the defense was Jonathan Green doing a solid job. Pass interference on Bluefield on Jonathan Green. So that's going to be a first down. Moves up the ball to the 50-yard line with 1:55 left to go in the second quarter. And Bluefield has been penalized throughout this game so far. Robbins in the gun. Wide receiver on the right side. Jerani Hinton. Now a handoff to Shelton up the middle, and he is smacked down at the 48 for a gain of 2. Marcus Wimbush able to get there to make the tackle on a short gain. Now 1:40 left. Patriots have all 3 of their timeouts. They line up without a huddle. Down by just 2. Robbins looking for maybe a field goal opportunity. Play action, drops back, looks left, now fires on the right, or moves out right, under pressure by Larry Jefferson, and hangs a ball far sideline and tipped away. Bluefield on great defense that time. Robbins wasted a ton of time, and tipping it up was Jonathan Green right after his pass interference call. So now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
As you mentioned, sometimes on these plays, instead of wasting the extra seconds that turned out to be no gain, it's just get rid of the ball and try and do it again.
Once again, 3rd and 8. And the clock now stopping. They have to get the ball up to the 40-yard line. Bluefield with 3 men on the line of scrimmage. Robbins operates out of the shotgun. Play action, looks right, fires far sideline, and through the hands of his wide receiver. Pass intended for Jalen Smith, and it just went right through his paws. It's going to be 4th and 8 from the 48.
It's 4th down.
So that's really worst-case scenario right there, Nick, because you get the ball back, you don't waste a lot of time, and now you give Bluefield some time with 2 timeouts to try to score right before half.
and that's something that we need. We need to get some more points on the board going into the locker room at halftime because this Patriots offense is going to get the ball back at the beginning of the second half.
Now Devin McMillan into punt, a good snap under some pressure, but sends an end-over-end punt, bouncing at the 20, rolling deeper into Bluefield territory, and up at the 1-yard line. And now that is going to be terrible field position for Bluefield. What a punt by McMillan. Maybe one of the better rolls we've seen at Mitchell Stadium.
It was, absolutely. Most of the time, you're right. You know, we have this new turf here. Personally, I'm not a turf expert, but I do think that it is awfully soft. So oftentimes we don't see rolls like that as we are set up and rough field position here with 1:09 seconds. And the last thing we want is to give them 2 points.
So now 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. Bluefield, remember folks, usually operates out of a shotgun. There they are going to line up with Witt under center. Malik Brown is the tailback right behind him. 1st and 10 with 1:09. Witt will just go on the right side of the center and inch up a couple of yards to the 3 on a design sneak to get Bluefield out of Dodge. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
And Bailey, I thought that we might see this Cumberlands head coach call a couple timeouts and maybe try and get the ball back since Bluefield is going to be stuck and probably run a couple times.
You got to think that the Patriots also get the ball back to start out the 3rd quarter as well. Wind blowing behind Bluefield at their own 3-yard line. Witt wasting a little bit of time to Dewey Lusk. Throws up a sign. And Bluefield will go back with under 40 seconds left now. Play clock at 12. Witt going back under center. Brown is still the running back, but now Witt drops back in the gun. Shotgun snap, hands it off to Brown. Now room to run, cutting at the 10-yard line, goes out far sideline, has the first down at the 20, and then goes out of bounds at the 24. It's a gain of 21 on a great run by Malik Brown. Now 21 seconds left to go in this first half.
Gain of 21 on the play.
On the tackle was Robbie Repass.
First down.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line, so now Bluefield can probably try to air something out. They do have 2 timeouts and a very talented kicker, so if they get right around the 25-yard line, they won't be afraid to kick something. But 21 seconds left to go here in this first half. Witt in the shotgun again. Rashad Butler is now out as the running back. Snap, looks to draw, fakes the pass, and then cuts out near sideline, gets a block at the 35, and now will go out of bounds at the 36. A good block by Rashad Butler, who's been all over the field tonight.
Yes.
And he absolutely clocked Chaco Estes.
Goodness.
So that took 9 seconds. Good
Gain of 11
play
on the
by
play.
Jason Witt to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
First down.
Now they need a pass to get them down the field. 12 seconds left to go. Patriots with 4 men on the line. A low snap. Witt drops back, pocket collapsing, rolls out left, looking for a man, and he will just slide at the 24-yard line, and that will be it for the 2nd quarter. Pretty solid choice by Kason Witt not to try to chuck that ball up, but that is it for the first half. Bluefield leads 9-7 over Cumberlands here at Mitchell Stadium on homecoming night, and we will be right back here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
This R. Bauer and Emily Carlisle.
Welcome back here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bailey Engel and Nick Ratliff. We're here at halftime where the Rams are up 9-7. And Nick, for Bluefield, they haven't had that offensive firepower they had clicking we saw in the past 3 games. But really, Cumberlands has given them some opportunities, and just sometimes Bluefield has been able to capitalize.
Right, we haven't capitalized on every opportunity that we've had coming off of our great kick return and also the muffed kick return that they had. We should have gotten some points out of those two, but unfortunately fell short.
Now, Jeffrey Hughes did have a couple of great kickoff returns. The one touchdown scored in this game for the Rams was Kaysen Witt on a quarterback sneak on the right side. He was able to plunge into the end zone. For the Cumberlands Patriots, they had a jet sweep to Sean Jones, 5 yards, got into the near corner. But Bluefield able to take the lead right off of that muffed kickoff return by Hunter Miniard. It hit him right in the chest. Bluefield recovered at the 31-yard line. Couldn't get anything to go, but still Bluefield able to employ their freshman kicker out of Gloucester, Virginia. He had a 43-yarder right through the uprights after he missed a PAT. So now Bluefield up by 2 points, just 9-7. And as we take a look at the stats, Nick, what do you see so far?
I see a lot of Rashad Butler and Malik Brown doing very well in this first half. Rashad Butler has 9 attempts, 71 yards. Malik Brown has 11 attempts, 4 yards. And another thing is the penalties. Bluefield has 6 penalties for 55 yards, and I think that has hindered us there in the first half.
Well, 6 penalties, and they always kind of seem like they're just very short ones. They haven't been gigantic pass interference calls. We saw one on Jonathan Green on a pass down the middle of the field, but just these little ticky-tack penalties that has really stopped Bluefield. And for Cumberlands, they do have Josiah Robinson. Despite being down by 2, the quarterback has managed a decent game because he has been able to pick up on those third down opportunities.
Right, and he's 8 of 17 in the first half for 74 yards. But like you said on that, he's had a couple drives where on third down he's been able to convert with some outs, and the flats have seemed to be very open for the Patriots. Let's see if they can take advantage of that in the second half, or if Bluefield can figure out what they're doing wrong there.
Well, it's been 2 pretty solid defenses clashing in this one. Kaysen Witt just 4 of 9 for 27 yards for the Patriots. Tyler Pendleton, the linebacker, he has 6 total tackles, while Matthew Kastner, the defensive lineman, with 4 of his own. For Bluefield, Marcus Wimbush and Carlton Toussaint tied for the most tackles in this one. Wimbush, the very good linebacker, and Toussaint, the defensive back, coming up in blitz packages. Well, Devin Jackson might need to step up a little bit more and put pressure on Robbins, who's had room to move, and he has been able to make plays happen because of his feet and scramble out of those high-pressure opportunities.
And he's done well in the first half. He's made some pretty good passes that have just bounced off of some receivers' hands or maybe off their shoulder pads. So he had a good first half of football. The receivers just weren't able to come down with big passes.
Well, we are still in halftime homecoming festivities here at Mitchell Stadium. A crowd of about 3,000 here in attendance in the 2 Virginias, and just under 3 minutes left to go before the half will kick off. Bluefield will be kicking towards Cumberlands to start out the third quarter when we come back on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Just about ready to start the third quarter here at Mitchell Stadium. Tanner Griffith boots a kick over on the far side to the 25, and now moving up towards the 37-yard line. He didn't punt it all the way back to Miniard or Sean Jones, but now that is where Robbins will start at the 37. On the tackle for Bluefield, Tyrese Henry. I haven't called his name as much this game as we did against Point. And a big part of that is, Nick, Robbins hasn't been able to drop back and throw deep passes, so the secondary hasn't been tasked with making gigantic plays.
Right, they haven't really worked that into their scheme for this game. They haven't wanted to, they've gone deep, and it just hasn't worked.
Now Robbins in the gun, Bluefield with 4 men on the line of scrimmage. A quick handoff to Shelton, blitz through the first tackler, breaks free at the 50. Stiff arm and pushed out of bounds for a first down. And Antonio Dawkins, the cornerback, able to make the tackle now on the Bluefield side of things. Good gain for Milton Shelton. And that running back who wasn't listed in the depth chart has been the star today on this offense. So it is 9-7, 14:44 left on the clock. And a first down now in Rams territory at the 45-yard line. Ball is on the right hash. Terrence Hall, the nose guard now for the Rams. Snap to Robbins, hands it off to Shelton, right side. Now scoots past the tackler and up towards the 40-yard line, pushed out of bounds once again by Dawkins. So now 2 straight tackles for the cornerback. And it'll be a gain of 6 up to the 39 rather, and it'll be 2nd and 4. They went to the short end of the field. Right hash again. Brandon Cale now in as a defensive tackle. Terrence Hall as well as Tracy Parker Jr. Robbins with the snap, hands it off to Cohen, cuts left side, a spin move past Jackson, another one up towards the first down marker. And Bluefield couldn't bring him down after 2 spins. Finally bringing him down to the turf was Tracy Parker Jr. It's a gain of 3, now 3rd and 1.
And Bailey, we've seen it twice on this drive already, is Devin Jackson missing tackles, which is something that we have not seen all year. He's been a very stellar and a big key to this defense.
Now on the left hash, it'll be 3rd and 2. They have to get the ball to the Bluefield 35. Robbins, another handoff to Cohen. He ducks his head, gets into the line of scrimmage, and he is brought down. Referees are signaling for a first down. They will move the chains. And another first down, 2nd of the drive for the Patriots, down by just 2 with 13.5 minutes left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Robbins has not gone to the air yet. Now his running back will be Milton Shelton once again. High snap, handoff to Shelton, goes to the short end of the field. Juking move at the 30, inching up towards the 25 and tackled at the 26. Brought down by DeMarcus Wimbush. No, first
gain on the play will bring up
down
second
play
down
going
and 2.
pretty well. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 26. Well, the Rams with their backs on the wall are ready to start out the 3rd quarter just with a 2-point lead. Run game is working. Shelton in as the running back again to the right of Robbins on the left hash. Snap, drops back, fires left side and caught for a first down up across the 20-yard line. Tackled by Isaiah Fenner. And the catch made by Xavier Bryant Long. And we were talking about it at half, Nick. We haven't called on Xavier Bryant Long's name as much. They haven't gone to the air. A good first down play at the 18-yard line. Left hash. Shelton in as the running back. Hands it off to him once again on the left side of the line, and he will just inch up a few yards up to the 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And I think that's the worst play they've had on this drive thus far. They really just drove it right down on us. A mix of pass and run, and we haven't had an answer for it yet.
Well, Tracy Parker Jr. had an answer that time, just a gain of 1. Now at the 17. On the left hash, Robbins in the shotgun again. Play action, fires left, and it was tipped around, intended for Bryant Long. And on the coverage was Isaiah Fenner. He was there. Now 3rd and 9 from the 17. Looks like possibly that Parker Jr. got a hand on it. Rams looking for a stop now in the red zone, bringing in a new shift. Caleb Jackson in as a linebacker, as is Michael Everett. Robbins in the gun, 3rd and 7. Play action, rolls right, sets his feet, firing for the corner, incomplete. And now it'll be 4th and 9. It'll be a good stop for Bluefield. Tyrese Henry on the coverage. And now it'll be 4th down from the left hash, and bringing in the kicker. Joe Rose in as the kicker. It's going to be about 34 yards from the left hash. No wind now blowing on the open end of Mitchell Stadium. It is 9-7. This would give them the 10-7 lead. Bluefield looking for a block possibly. High snap, hold is down, kick is away, and good. 34-yarder through the uprights, and the first drive works out for Cumberlands. They go up by 1. It is 10-9. Rams get the ball back when we come back here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
Oh, God.
Number 39, Amaya to kick off for the Patriots.
Amaya to kick off for the Cumberlands Patriots after the 34-yard field goal from Joe Rose. Bluefield will now get the ball back with 11:52 left. Pending the kick here from Nick Amaya. Back to receive. Jeffrey Hughes, got to watch out for him. He's had a couple of good returns. They will kick it off from the left hash as Amaya sends it deep once again. A very high kick and caught by Hughes in the end zone. This time not looking for any heroics, and he'll take the touchback. Bluefield will start at the 25.
And I'm going to look for a lot of the same that we've seen this season and the same that we've seen this game as our running backs trying to get them in a rhythm and get them going with positive yards on early downs. That is going to be our key to success in the second half, is gaining yardage on first and second down.
Starting at the 25-yard line, Kaysen Witt and company going out for Bluefield for the first time here in the second half. It is 10-9 Cumberlands with 11:52 left. That defensive front with just 3 men on the line of scrimmage. Defensive end Murphy Hagan as well as Robbie Garvin have been good. Shotgun snap and a handoff right up the middle to Rashad Butler up across the 25 to the 26. Tyler Pendleton, the leading tackler, getting another one for the Patriots, and it'll be 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd down and 9.
It was Malik Brown on the carry, rather. Rashad Butler has been brought in after Brown for most of the game, not as much as Alex Martin. We have not seen that much of Alex Martin here in this game. Now 2nd and 9 from the 26-yard line. Bluefield operating in the gun, bringing Johnny Myers in motion. They'll hand it off to him on a jet sweep. He pauses and bringing the house down. Matthew Kastner, the defensive lineman, jumping on top of Johnny Myers for no gain, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. Not a great jet sweep. The first time we've really seen Bluefield run that play, and Johnny Myers could not find a hole.
And most of our runs this season have been north and south. We tried the east and west style runs at the beginning of the season. We did not have much success. So since then, Dewey Lusk's really gone with just trying to get the ball up the field.
It's now 3rd and 9 for the Rams. At the 26, they have to get it up towards the 35. Shotgun snap. Witt under pressure, trying to break free. He does. Fires a pass. Caught at the 40-yard line by Antonio Strickland. His first reception of the game. He's knocked out of bounds by Jarrett Cornelius, the leading tackler this season for the Patriots. And what a 3rd down conversion that was, Nick. He broke out of the pressure, rolled right, and then fired far sideline to Antonio Strickland. And now a 1st down. It's 1st and 10 at the Bluefield 47.
And Bailey, it was only a matter of time before we saw that connection again. We saw it last week, and they looked incredible, and I was expecting to see it a little bit earlier today, but there it is. Kaysen Witt successfully doing the scramble drill again.
High snap, hands it off to Malik Brown, breaks free at the 50, breaks a tackle at the 45, and then brought down at the 41. Tyler Pendleton once again, the linebacker, just the last chance for the Patriots, and it's a good gain of 1st and 10 for Bluefield.
Gain on the play results in a Bluefield
It's 13 yards for Malik Brown, and if Bluefield wants to win this game, they have to make sure that rush attack starts to click a little bit more than we saw in the first half. Now in Patriots territory as Witt returns to shotgun once again with 3 receivers outright. Play action, rolls right, dumps it off to Hughes on a screen, and a juking move up across the 5 and chased down at the 30, close to a 1st down play, and Murphy Hagan made the tackle, the defensive end. And that didn't look like that was going to be good enough for a first down, Nick, but Jeffrey Hughes, the freshman, made a juking move, and he moves the chains at the 30.
It's that extra effort grabbing those extra 4 or 5 yards that got us to that.
Witt on the right hash. Play action, or rather a rush, will hand it off, no gain. Malik Brown couldn't find a hole, tackled at the line of scrimmage by Justin Hathorn.
And that's a veteran move by Malik Brown. Instead of trying to run it out to the sideline and maybe grab 1 or 2, or lose 1 or 2, I'd rather, he just tries to stick his nose upfield and ends up getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Down by 1, it's 10-9. 2nd and 10 from the 30. A delayed handoff on the left side for Rashad Butler. Cuts at the 10 and bruises his way into the red zone and tackled at the 7-yard line. Butler showing patience, and he found a hole after being tackled by Hathorn again.
And Bailey, I was about to bring it up, but they're already sending him onto the field. I was going to say we could expect to see Alex Martin as he just runs into this ball game.
Alex Martin in, 1st and goal for Bluefield from the left hash of the 7-yard line, down by just 1. Under 9 minutes in the 3rd quarter now as Witt is in the gun once again. Hands it off to Martin, trying to find a hole. He gets through the line of scrimmage, and after a little stutter step, he's tackled at the 3-yard line by Jeremiah Patterson. It's 8:36 left to go. Alex Martin with a decent gain. It's a gain of 4. At the 3-yard line in the gun again. Another handoff to Martin right up the middle, and he is in. Plunging his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bluefield. And the Rams take a 15-10 lead, pending an extra point coming up.
No, that's the answer that we needed after they come away with the field goal in their last possession. Bluefield just, I don't want to say easy, but trots down the field with a great drive. The first real long drive that we've seen today out of Bluefield.
PAT for Tanner Griffith. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is away, and good. 16-10, Bluefield up with 8:24 left in the 3rd quarter. After the Patriots score, Bluefield responds, and they're up by 6 once again here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
Number 94, Griffith, on to kick for Bluefield College. Number 2, Jones. Number 4, Miniard.
Sean Jones and Hunter Miniard back to receive the kickoff coming up after the 3-yard rush from Alex Martin, the big running back, able to do what he does best in short yardage situations. Bluefield up by 6 as Griffith sends a high end-over-end kick, caught at the 20 by Jones, trying to find blockers on the near sideline. Now cuts back up towards the middle, spun to the ground on the tackle. Looks like for Bluefield it was number 19, maybe on Hayden, to make that tackle, and that is where they will start at the 37-yard line. Well, Nick, we saw that last drive for Bluefield. They're finally starting to find the momentum after they gave up a field goal to give the Patriots the lead back. Now the Rams made a stop, or rather they made some changes on the offensive side and allowed Alex Martin to score.
Yes, and we looked very good on that drive. But at the same time, this Patriots offense coming out after driving down the field, failing to score.
Now Robbins hands it off up the middle for Shelton, trying to stumble his way up towards the 40, and the linebacking core anchored that time by a defensive lineman, rather, to make the tackle.
The ball carrier. Gain on the play.
Logan Hinnett also able to put his head in there. It's a small gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 40-yard line. Robbins looking for an answer. They are down by 6. Under 8 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Bluefield with 4 men on the line of scrimmage as he hands it off to Shelton. Goes out far sideline and cuts up at the hash, and tackled by some cornerbacks that time, and Tyrese Henry, the safety, able to make another tackle here in the 2nd half. It's a gain of about 3. It's going to be 3rd down. About 4.5 for the Patriots. Now this would be big for Bluefield, Nick. They have not done a great job of forcing 3 and outs for Cumberland so far in this game.
No, we have not, and Cumberlands has done a very good job of getting these third down conversions.
3rd and 4 from the 43. Robbins in the gun. Gets the snap, looks out right. Has no man, and then cuts back left and fires a pass over to Jalen Smith, who makes the catch at the 48-yard line. That's going to move the chains on the tackle. Isaiah Fenner, the corner from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Gain of about 5, 1st and 10.
Gain on the play results in a Patriots first down.
48-yard line where the Patriots are. Bluefield giving up another 3rd down conversion.
On essentially the same play, Bailey, to be honest with you.
Robbins in the gun with a couple of receivers out right. Now brings a man in motion, fakes the jet sweep, and hands it off right up the middle to Shelton, who spins up to the 45-yard line. Gain of 8. Finally brought down by Jonathan Green. Well, the Rams still up by 6 here. 6:30 left. Robbins has had a very good offensive line protecting him today on these pass plays. The rush attack has been decent for the Patriots. Another handoff this time on the right, and Bluefield bringing a tackle. Tyrese Henry dropping him behind the line of scrimmage after Nate Cohen couldn't find a way to go. It's a loss for the Patriots, and it'll be 3rd down.
Loss on the play.
Henry, the safety rather, Nick, he came in untouched and saw that play coming from a mile away.
Yeah, that was an incredible play. Great recognition, and just a really good pop at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4 from the Bluefield 46. Have to get up to the 42 as Robbins is in the shotgun. Snap. Robbins looks left and gets the pass off. Completed. That time it looks like it's good for a first down again. Caught by Hunter Miniard. Now Miniard brought it up to the 41-yard line, and another first down on the tackle, Chris DeBerry. Yet again, another 3rd down conversion. And you would think, Nick, that a team that has done that as well as the Patriots have had tonight, they would be able to be winning right now. Now a shotgun snap. He hands it off to Shelton again. Shelton breaking through a few tacklers and then stumbles down after being tackled by Tyrese Henry. It's a gain of just about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 38-yard line. So it's almost been kind of a predictable attack here, Nick, because it's run, pass when they need it on 3rd down.
Right, in the past, the routes that they're running are the same ones that they've ran. They're very predictable, like you said.
Hand off to Shelton on the left side. He had nowhere to go, and Bluefield swallowed him up for a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Now the ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Darius Flowers plunged the running back, and a new set of defenders coming in, highlighting that. Larry Jefferson, the defensive end, likely the best pass rusher for Bluefield on the defense. He's going to be matched up with the right tackle, Drew Tompkins. In the gun, it's 3rd and 5 from the 36. Robbins drops back, fires a short pass, and it's caught. Pushed out of bounds, but it's going to be good enough for a first down after Seth Burke hauled in a quick running back pass and tackled by Devin Jackson. Third down conversion in a row.
And they're going short 5 to 6 yard routes, and they're working every time. You got to wonder when Bluefield's going to come up with press coverage on the outside.
First hands it off to Nate Cohen, and the running back. Rams leading the wrestle effort was Carlton Toussaint, the defensive back who was off of the edge. It's going to be 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard gain by Cohen.
Gain of 2 will bring up 2nd down and 8.
Second down and 8. They are in the middle of the field here, down by 6. It is 16-10. Rams coming off of a great drive, but now surrendering a decent one to the Patriots. At the 28, now a man in motion, right to left, hands it off on a jet sweep, crosses up at the 25-yard line, and on the carry for the Patriots, Jerani Hinton, wide receiver. And Bluefield able to make a tackle thanks to the efforts of Tyrese Henry. Short gain, 3rd and 3. At the 23, so close. They are on the left hash to the red zone. Bluefield looking for a stop. In front of this crowd of 3,000, the cowbell starting to ring. 3 receivers out there for Robbins as he hands it off to Shelton. Antonio Dawkins was blitzing, and he is very close after he got through that first time, or rather on the blitz. It was the linebacker for the Rams, Michael Everett.
For Bluefield College.
I have to see where they spot this one, Nick. I don't think he got it. Looks to be about a yard short up at the 21-yard line.
I'm with you on that, and with how much third down success they've had, you got to think, hey, let's see if we can get that success on fourth.
And Robbins will stay on the field. So far for the Patriots, they have been able to convert these situations. 4th and 1 from the 21. Shelton is the running back. 2 receivers outright. Bluefield loading up the box. Shotgun snap, hands it off to Shelton, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Bluefield did not fall for it thanks to the efforts of Logan Hinnett, the middle linebacker, who just threw himself in there. And after the long drive for the Patriots, Bluefield able to stand like a stone wall close to their own end zone.
And Bailey, what a play. That after coming after so many third down conversions on that drive, having the ball so long, to be able to come up that big on 4th down, that's got to get this defense and this offense fired up.
And what a demoralizing effort for the Patriots, who have to be frustrated. Rams get the ball back at their own 21-yard line with 1 minute and 58 seconds left to operate in the third quarter. Witt is in the gun with a couple of receivers to his left. He'll hand it off to Rashad Butler on the short side of the field. Hits the hole hard and pushed out of bounds near the 29-yard line by Jeremiah McKibben. 6-point lead for the Rams, and that might be Dino Kaklis' favorite defensive effort of this season so far. And Devin Jackson, we're seeing here on the sideline for Bluefield, is in all kinds of pain. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 on the right hash for Bluefield at the 28. Another handoff to Butler, slips through the first tackler, bumps out right side, runs into some coverage by the cornerbacks, but he's got a first down up towards the 37-yard line. He couldn't get past Jeremiah Baker, though.
And Bailey, I don't want to say anything premature, but as Devin was coming off the field, it looked as if his shoulder might have been out of socket, and that's what seems to be what they're doing on the sideline.
Yeah, he danced down the sideline. I thought at first, being as animated as he is, it was some sort of celebratory motion, but he was hurt. Now another handoff to Butler, and he moves on the left side of the line. Only gets up about a yard for Chaco Estes to make the tackle. And now it looks like a Bluefield lineman is down. James Jones, the freshman, or rather, this time it's going to be Serdarius Mixon. Jones is hurt. He is in street clothes here on the sideline, and now Mixon is favoring his right knee. Timeout on the field, 1 minute and 11 left here in this third quarter as Mixon is hurt. You got to think, if you have a guy like Jones out, Nick, you also don't want another guy in Serdarius Mixon to be dropping as well.
Right. Some people seem to think that linemen are interchangeable regardless of position, but that's just not true. It's hard losing a lineman, especially with a team that is so run-heavy. It's tough losing one of those guys that battles up front for you.
2nd and 9 at their own 38-yard line. The Rams just coming off of surrendering a rather large drive to the Cumberlands Patriots, I should say, and then making a stop on a run attempt by Shelton, as now Mixon is back up on his feet and limping off of the field. 2nd and 9 from the 38, wind blowing in from the mountainy end here on the left side. Bluefield going right to left. Here on homecoming night, they are up 16-10 over Cumberlands. Bluefield 4-3, 2-0 in the Appalachian Division, and the Patriots 4-3, but 1-2 in the Appalachian Division. Shotgun snap, play action. Witt looks down the middle of the field and fires behind Antonio Strickland on a slant pass. On the coverage was Estes, the linebacker, and it'll be 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. Bluefield has not been as successful on these third down conversions as we have seen out of the Patriots here tonight, Nick, but so far it looks like the ball has rolled the Rams' way, and that is why they're up by 6.
Right, and on this play you got to look for Strickland or Charles Black up there at the top of your screen.
Strickland and Black on the right side. Bluefield with 2 receivers on the left as well, with Malik Brown, the running back. Witt drops back, looks to draw, dances out right, looking for a man, will take it himself, rushing up across the 40 and inching towards the first down marker. Now a flag coming down. and then one after the play as well, as Witt took a very good hit up towards the 45. It was Jeremiah Baker who laid his body into him. And flags coming out. One came in rather late. Witt got tackled on the far sideline. Under a minute left here in this third quarter. 54 seconds to be exact, and now awaiting what could be a very pivotal penalty call. Because as it stands right now, it looks like he was just a tad short. A block in the back called by Antonio Strickland. So that is why Witt probably got up as far as he did. So now it's going to be third and even longer. So now third and 11 from the spot of the foul. Version here, they have to get the ball up to their own 47-yard line. Witt in the gun. Malik Brown, his scat back on his left. Johnny Myers, the receiver on the near sideline. Now he'll let Brown line up in the slot. Witt drops back, hangs over the middle, caught by Jeffrey Hughes, taking a hit, but then plunging over the first down marker. Jay Woods brought him down, but Jeffrey Hughes able to go airborne up to the 48-yard line. Good little slant pass towards the middle, Nick, and the freshman able to make a good catch.
And that's the second time that we've gone over the middle this afternoon, or excuse me, tonight. With that, it works. It seems to work tonight, and I hope to see that Kason Witt and his group of receivers that are starting to build chemistry throughout this season continue to do that.
Bluefield milking the clock down, now under 20 seconds left in the third quarter. High snap for Witt. He fakes the handoff, and he'll take it himself right up the middle. Tackled on the play by Cameron Baxley. And that's going to be it for the third quarter on a gain of 1 up to the 49-yard line. Bluefield up by 6. It is 16-10 as we will head back into the fourth quarter here at Mitchell Stadium. Rams looking for their 4th win in a row here on homecoming night at Mitchell Stadium. Second and 9 for the Rams. Play action as Witt hangs a deep pass. Caught by Strickland at the 20-yard line and then tackled at the 18 on the coverage by Jeremiah Patterson. But what a play action to Antonio Strickland, Nick. Now the Rams are in the end zone. Or the red zone, rather.
And Bailey, that's something we've seen Antonio Strickland do, is go up and get the ball at the highest point. That's something you're taught from a young age, and he exceeds at it.
1st and 10 in the red zone now. Best pass play of the game by far as Witt operates out of the shotgun. Hands it off to Brown, and he spins up towards the 15, now tackled at the 14 by Tyler Pendleton. And that is what Witt has brought back to Bluefield. After becoming eligible, he shows his football IQ, and he's not afraid to throw it downfield.
No, not at all. He does not take off at the first sign of danger. He tries to sit in the pocket, and he's not afraid of taking hits.
Now Strickland, the wide receiver on the right side. A fake handoff as Witt takes it up the middle. Spins up towards the 5-yard line. He's got a first down. He only had Pendleton to beat, and he was tripped up. 1st and goal for Bluefield. What a read by Kason Witt.
He's looked very well on the ground today. That's something, like I mentioned earlier, we haven't seen much of the season, but he's excelled at it today.
1st and goal from the 6, and they call on Alex Martin, the junior from Dobson, North Carolina. Running back lines up on the left. Hands it off to Martin. Martin hits some man at the 2 and fights his way towards the 1-yard line. The final man to hit him was Cortavius Ford. freshman defensive lineman. And now another chance, 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line as we are in the 4th quarter, folks. Bluefield up now 16-10. In the gun. High snap, hands it off to Martin, trying to plug his way into the end zone. Yes! Touchdown, Bluefield. 2nd touchdown of the game for Alex Martin. And that puts the Rams up by 2 scores. It's 22-10 with an extra point coming up. Another great drive for the Rams. Really the highlight was the long pass to Antonio Strickland. And now Bluefield lining up in what looked to be a muddle huddle, but now it's just like they're going for 2. And broken for Charles Black. Not sure why you don't go with Tanner Griffith, but I guess they wanted to go up by an even 14, so now it makes sense. But another touchdown for Alex Martin, his 2nd of the game. It is 22-10, Rams up on the Patriots. And when we will come back on the Rams Digital Sports Network, Cumberland's getting the ball back.
Is red ticket 988496.
Just a short break here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield up by 12. It is 22-10 after a great drive capitalized by a short touchdown run from Alex Martin. Just 1 yard for the big running back to plunge his way in. Tanner Griffith to kick, and it's high and end over end. He has not gone for a deep kick so far here today. Received at the 25-yard line by Cumberland's Thomas Daniel. And he will just get up to about the 32. And he will have the Patriots coming out here on the tackle is Isaiah Wiggins.
To the 32-yard line where the Patriots begin.
Bailey, we've seen this Patriots offense with a lot of success throwing the ball on 3rd down. I'm not sure why they haven't tried it on 1st and 2nd down. Let's see if they change that up a little bit on this drive.
1st and 10 from the 32 for Josiah Robbins and company. 13-13 left in this ball game. Bluefield lining up with 3 men on the line of scrimmage. Now a snap, hands it off to Shelton, cuts up towards the middle, tries to break past the first tackler. Then Bluefield's linebacking core once again standing strong, but Tracy Parker Jr. to make the tackle after a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 33. Patriots going right to left here. Bluefield in a rare situation where they have been up by 2 scores. And, Nick, I don't really remember the last time that's happened. Probably on that win against Ed Waters in the shutout earlier this year. Now some movement on the line of scrimmage. Tracy Parker Jr. jumped up, begging for a call, and he will finally get it. Now a false start. It'll be 2nd and 14. Moving the ball back even deeper into Patriots territory. Back to the 28-yard line with a 5-yard penalty. 12:41 left. 2nd and 14. Robbins likely to go in the air, but he has Shelton right beside him. Jackson showing blitz. Play action. Drop over the middle, and it is almost intercepted. Tyrese Henry had it in his hands, and I think he thought about the pay dirt in the end zone before he actually hauled that pass in, because he absolutely jumped that route.
He had his eyes on what he was going to do after he scored, because he had nothing but green ahead of him. Just forgot to catch the ball.
Now 3rd and 14 from the 28-yard line. Could have been another Bluefield play, but now a stop on 3rd down is all they need. Robbins in the gun with 3 receivers out right. Quick pass over the right side, and it's caught by Vinny Yard, and he is tackled for a short gain up to the 34-yard line. It's going to be 4th down coming up. Tackled by Charlton Toussaint. 4th and 8 from the 34, and it's a 3 and out. Haven't seen as many 3 and outs so far in the second. Actually, the first one for the Patriots, and possibly at the worst time. Back in the kick, get it.
Bring in the house for a kick, and it's a high spiral. Back to receive is, looks like Antonio Strickland trying to break through at the 20, and then tackled at the 21-yard line. Tackled by Cohen. Now Bluefield will start out at the 24. Back at the 22-yard line, Bluefield. Cason went in as the quarterback again with Rashad Butler on his right. Antonio Strickland as the receiver on the far side. Now a handoff to Butler, storming through the first tackler, and moves on a solid gain of 6, brought down by Tyler Pendleton. Going to be second down. Now second and 5 from the 27. 11 and a half minutes left to go here in this ball game. Bluefield up by 12. Looking to have a long drive to really put this one away. Another shotgun snap and a handoff to Butler again. He'll just reach up and squirt through the defensive line. Finally tackled by Matthew Kastner. Now 11 minutes. Third and 4 from the 29. Bluefield looking for a fresh set of downs at their own 32. Two receivers bunched on the far side for side rather. Looks to pass, then a delayed handoff to Butler. Has room to run at the 35, toes down the near sideline, and finally goes out of bounds after losing his balance on the Cumberland side of the 49, pushed out by Jeremiah Baker.
And Billy, that's a great play call as they look for
Bluefield College.
As they look and drop back and just run a little draw play right there.
Now first and 10 from the 49-yard line. .10:30 left. Bluefield now in Patriots territory. A handoff to Butler, trying to go up the middle, and he is tackled at the 45-yard line by Chanco Estes.
14 Butler, the ball carrier. Stopped on the play by 28 Estes, 52 Montgomery. Brings up second down.
At the 45, second and 7. Just about 10 minutes left to go in this game. Now Malik Brown is the running back after Butler had a couple of good plays. In the gun again. Handoff to Brown as Witt will keep it himself. Comes back near sideline looking for a stiff arm, and he is wrestled to the ground by Cameron Baxley, who was not fooled on the play right there.
Cason Witt, the ball carrier, brings up third down.
So a short gain, 3rd and 8 at the 46-yard line. Bluefield in Patriots territory. 3rd and 8, 46-yard line. Witt looks down the field, gives a pass on the near sideline, just a tad bit too high for Antonio Strickland through the coverage of Jarrett Cornelius. And Bluefield will now punt 4th and 8.
Sails high, incomplete. It's 4th down.
Fourth and 8 from the 46. Now Presley looking to punt here, and really, for Bluefield, that was still a good drive. They waste a little bit of time on the clock as it's still all the way down under 10 minutes, 9:18, and they're playing the field position game pending a good punt from Drake Presley. Back to receive, Robbie repass, and a high spiraling punt. Not the best from Drake Presley. Bounces out. We'll see where they're spotted, but it looks right around the 20-yard line. Referee still moving up, and he'll stop at the 25. Not a great punt for Presley, but still 75 yards to the end zone on desperation drives coming up for Cumberlands.
And Billy, do you think that they're going to have to start airing it out? They've had success on it on 3rd down this half, but they've refused to go to it earlier in the drives, and I'm really not sure why.
1st and 10 from the 25, and really they do have to air it out because they have 3 receivers out right, but they have tried to just get these little run plays going as Robbins looks right, pump fake, under pressure from Caleb Jackson, slips through the tackler and throws, almost intercepted. And some Bluefield Rams wanted some sort of intentional grounding call and probably will not get it.
And that is really the third time today where Bluefield almost had a pick six.
Right, and Robbins was looking for that quick out, the route that's worked for him all afternoon, and this time Bluefield had it played perfectly. He wasn't there, and Robbins wasn't sure what to do with the ball.
Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Ball positioned on the left hash. Low snap to Robbins, moves back, fires a screen, and broken up. That was intended for many yards. And the linebacker there was Logan Hinnett. Hinnett was just almost there to even put a hand on it, but he was so physical, and even if he did catch it, it was going to be a loss. So now 3rd and 10 from the 25. Thanks for tuning in here on the Rams Sports Network. Rams with 3 men on the line of scrimmage, up by 12. It is 22-10. Robbins drops back, and he just throws on the left side. No one was there. Looks like that slipped for him as he was passing. It looked like he wanted a pump fake and then just threw it.
That was very awkward coming out of the hand. That's certainly not what you want on 3rd down and 10. Let's see if Bluefield can get the ball back, waste a little bit of time, and hopefully get into the end zone.
Ball spotted on the 25-yard line, 4th and 10. Rams with another score would seal it as Johnny Myers is back to receive this punt coming up from Devin McKinnon. Rams lining up with 10 men on the line of scrimmage, and they bring the house looking for a block, and he gets the punt off. A high wobbly punt that's going to bounce at the 40 and roll out of bounds near the Bluefield 38-yard line. And the Rams once again with another defensive stop, Nick. And we saw in the first half where there was some sort of momentum for the Cumberland Patriots offense, but then couldn't get anything going here in the second half other than that one drive where they kicked a field goal.
Right, and going back to that drive, I think that was debilitating. The drive that they went for it on 4th down. I think that's when Bluefield really killed their momentum. We got the ball back and ended up scoring. And I think that will be the drive that's going to define this game if Bluefield can hold on to it.
1st and 10 from the 38. A handoff to Butler on the left side of the center. And just squirts through up to the 41-yard line before being tackled by Robbie Garvin.
Gain on the play will bring up 2nd down.
So just a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 from the 41. The Rams likely to just try to keep this a primary running game so far for the rest of the game. As a pitch out right to Rashad Butler, looks for a blocker, slips through the first tackler, and then brought down up at the 43-yard line for a gain of 2 by Murphy Hagan. Now 3rd and 5, 8:13 left, 22-10 the score. Montgomery brought off as the tight end as the Rams looking to pass. Jeffrey Hughes back on the field. Johnny Myers, the receiver, positioned on the far sideline as Antonio Strickland, the wide receiver, on the near side on the short end of the field. Rams have to get it up to the 48-yard line, just 3rd and 4. Butler is the running back right behind Witt in the gun. Snap, play action. Witt under pressure, rolls left, looks for a man and has it completed at the 45 to Johnny Myers, cuts back up. Now down the hash and tackled at the 34-yard line. A great gain by Jay Woods. And Johnny Myers able to make the catch. Jay Woods on the tackle and Bluefield converting on 3rd down.
And that's big. If we would have had to have punted that ball away, that would have given them plenty of time. But that gives us a little bit of momentum and at least maybe another minute and a half off this clock as we see Alex Martin coming in. And Bailey, I'm sure you know this too, but you can expect a lot of running.
Rams looking to just chunk the clock out. Under 7:20 left. 7:15 to be exact as Bluefield walks back up to the line of scrimmage. On the left hash, 1st and 10 from the 34. Snap and a handoff to Alex Martin, who runs into a wall of Patriots. Just a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 33 with 7 minutes left. Shot Butler right back in as the running back after Martin only got 1 touch in this drive. Likely to get some more if Bluefield has a 1st and goal situation. These fans on homecoming night very excited for their Bluefield College Rams. Minutes away from their 4th consecutive victory. Once again in the gun, a delayed handoff to Rashad Butler, immediately brought down by Matthew Kastner on the delayed handoff. And that's a loss. It's going to be 3rd down rather, and 13. It was a 4-yard loss.
It's 3rd down.
And Nick, I got to think, might go in the air here, but Bluefield up by 12. Not playing not to lose, but they could just chunk out a few more seconds on the clock with a run.
Right, and with Tanner Griffith as our kicker, we're not too far from his field goal.
Right.
Field goal range, excuse me.
Shotgun snap as Witt looks on the right side. Has to roll out right under pressure. Fires to Rashad Butler. Makes the catch and falls to the ground at the 34-yard line. And that will make it a 51-yard kick for Tanner Griffith, who is likely to be kept on the sidelines. It's going to be 4th and 10.
Gain on the play will bring up 4th down.
Under 6 minutes, 5:40 on the clock. Witt still on the field. They have not called out Drake Presley. Lusk rather likely to take the play clock down as far as possible.
Possibly take the penalty if he is planning on kicking to give Drake Presley that extra 5 yards cushion.
Absolutely. 4th and 10. 5 seconds on the play clock. Now 5:18 on the real clock. And they will take a delay of game. Or a timeout, rather. Bluefield.
Delay of game.
And actually a delay of game. So we didn't see any flags. And a timeout not called. They just take a 5-yard loss on the delay of game. So now Drake Presley out. Ball is at the 39-yard line. Drake Presley in to kick. Repass as well as Miles Betts back to receive once again in that double-pronged punt return formation. Presley looking to pin the Patriots with just over 5 minutes left to go in this game. Snap impending. It's a high one. Presley reels it in, gets it off, and it's a high spiraling punt going for the near corner. Tyrese Henry can't find it, but the ball lands about a yard deep in the end zone. So now the Patriots will start out from their own 20-yard line with 5:06 after the touchback. Rams up by 12 in this game.
Touchback.
Bluefield enjoying what could be their 4th win in a row to move to 5-3, up by 2 scores, but still not over for the Patriots, who have 3 timeouts left. The ball position right in the middle of the field. Down by 12. Robbins back in the gun. Snap. Drops back, and now a new quarterback in. Throwing deep, and it is broken up. New quarterback is number 18 for the Patriots, Blake Meters. Meters from Lebanon, Tennessee. His first intended pass of the game as Robbins is now out. Almost picked off by Carlton Toussaint. And the passing game has not clicked today for the Patriots. 2nd and 10, Meters in. Still has the quarterback with Shelton to his right. Drops back, fires near side, and just dropped by Jalen Smith. On the coverage was Carlton Toussaint. Or Jonathan Green, rather, again.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10. Meters has passed the past 2 plays. Just at their own 20. Under 5 minutes. Clock has stopped at 4:57 with the Patriots down by 12. Meters in the gun. Snap. Meters moves up in the pocket under pressure, now rolling out right to the short side of the field. Jefferson put some hands on him, and Meters actually lost the ball. It stayed on the field and was recovered by an offensive lineman for the Patriots. Either way, not good enough for a first down.
No, that's not the play you wanted, obviously. As Meters is just looking for somewhere to get rid of that ball. He obviously came into the game to throw it, and right there, the drop just really did not get him going.
So he did not run out of bounds, and the clock will still run. 4:40 on the clock, 4th and 12. And they will send out the punt team. Devin McKinnon going to punt here, and now Bluefield's looking to win this game because they aren't even trying to go for the first down. They still have 3 timeouts, though, so they're hoping for maybe a 3-and-out to stop. Bluefield sends the house, and he gets the punt off, end over end, crossing into Bluefield territory, bouncing at the 45. And rolls all the way back near the Bluefield 35-yard line on a great punt by Devin McKinnon, who has certainly warmed up in this game for the Patriots. Now Bluefield in control still, up 22-10 here on the homecoming night in front of the biggest crowd in recent history for Bluefield. And you talk about recent history. This would be, if Bluefield is able to hold on to this game, just the 10th win in program since the restart in 2012. And Bluefield will have their 5th win of the season right here and move to 3-0. So a lot to play for in the Mid-South Conference.
Absolutely.
Strickland is positioned as the receiver on the near sideline as Witt is in the gun.
Hands it off to Martin, who gets through the first row of tacklers, but now up to the 38-yard line, just a gain of 3.
And Bailey, when do you think that the Patriots are going to start using their timeouts as the clock is dwindling down?
Kastner again on the tackle. Well, for Bluefield, they can't act like this is some sort of Super Bowl win because everything is just in the regular season, just trying to move to 1-0, but still trying to make a play for the playoffs, which is very probable at this point with the Rams having just one more home game next week and then have to hit the road against Reinhardt, who's the number 3 team in NAIA right now. 2nd and 7 on the near hash. As a high snap to win, he reels it in and hands it off to Alex Martin. And Martin scoots up to the 40-yard line for a 2-yard gain. And now a timeout called by the Patriots. The clock will stop at 3:30. It's going to be 3rd and 4 when we come back here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield in control, up 22-10. Third and 5 for Bluefield at their own 40. Shotgun snap, hands it off to Butler, scoots outside, crosses the line of scrimmage, and inches up ever so close to the first down marker, but tackled at the 44-yard line by Jeremiah Baker. He'll be a yard short, and it's going to be 4th and 1.
Yeah, this could be an interesting call here by Dewey Lusk if he wants to go for this.
Well, he's up by 12, and I think you're confident in your punter, as we know that Dewey Lusk is. Got to bring out your punter here, send the game back on the Cumberland side of the field and play field position. Another timeout called, 3:23 left to go in the game. Bluefield up by 12. 2 touchdowns, short yardage by Alex Martin in this game. Jason Witt with a quarterback sneak as well.
Fireworks will be presented.
Fireworks after the game on really one of the more exciting nights in Bluefield history.
Absolutely going for this fifth
Maybe in the
win.
history of the entire town.
Nah, I'm with you on that 100%. This is the biggest crowd. I've been here a little bit longer than I'd like to admit, but this is definitely the biggest crowd that I've seen since this program's been rejuvenated. And it's a lot of fun to see.
4th and 1 from the 44. And Bluefield will send out the punt team. Betts and repass back to receive this punt return. Good snap to Presley, gets off the punt, and a spiraling punt booted to repass at the 15-yard line. Trying to find some blockers, and the Rams sandwich him. Tackled on the play by Jonathan Green for Bluefield. What a great game for Bluefield all around, especially on the special teams end. Presley has played that chess match of field position, and the Rams have really been able to capitalize on that. This second half has been all Bluefield.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's been the story of the season. We talk about it every week, and we joke with Coach Lusk about it, that they're a second-half team. And once again this week, they came out, started a little bit slow, but here in the second half, they've picked it up and torn up this Patriots team.
1st and 10 from their own 18. Meters back in as the quarterback. And the big fella throws over the middle, and it's completed for a long gain up to the 36-yard line, tackled by DeMarcus Wimbush.
Pass is complete to number 11, Hinton.
Hinton with the catch.
And I'm not sure if Hinton was even looking when he snapped his head. That was just a great throw. It landed right in his hands.
22-10, 3:05 left on the clock. 1st and 10 from their own 37 meters with a high snap. He drops back, now looking left, has to roll right on the short side of the field, angling down the far sideline and caught out of bounds, incomplete.
It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Great
Meters has been
Meters pass.
pretty precise in his passes so
Yes.
far, Nick. And Josiah Robbins
Second
hasn't
down.
been like that as we saw in the first 3.5 quarters, but now Meters in, and he is airing it out.
He is. He's absolutely letting it rip. Brett Favre-esque, I might add. Just an absolute gunslinger.
Drops back again, a couple of pump fakes, and a dart over the middle, caught by Hinton up to the 49-yard line, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 12. Tackled on the play by Jonathan Green, who wrestled him back to the turf. Now under 3 minutes left, Meters looking for game is not over. Bluefield has to make a stop. Meters drops back another pass. Now he fires near sideline, caught by Smith and pushed out of bounds by Antonio Dawkins. Clock still rolling, or rather it stops after going out of bounds. Looking for it to reset, a short gain. At the 46-yard line, it was a gain of 5. Meters, another snap, drops back, moves up in the pocket, now rolling around, gets through the first row of sackers, and then brought down. Tracy Parker Jr., a redshirt junior from Smithfield, Virginia. No, that was Darius Flowers who made the sack. Bluefield with the best pressure they've had all game, and now a timeout called by Cumberlands. 22-10. We're going to take another break here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams up by 12, and 3rd and 13 coming up for the Patriots as they get closer to the end of this ball game.
Come on.
3rd and 13 coming up for the Patriots as Meters drops back, moves up in the pocket, throws a deep one down the far sideline, and it is out of bounds and complete. 4th and 13. Patriots staying on the field, likely to try to go for this one with 2:17 left to go. They are down by 12. Rams looking for another stop. So far, they have been the team to play in the second half. And in this game, not as dramatic as we saw in the first 3 games of this winning streak. Meters in the gun, 2 receivers on either side with the ball in the left hash. Under pressure, moves up in the pocket, and the Rams bring him down. Tackled on the play by Darius Flowers, and the big fella brought him, and it looked like he tried to return a fumble, but didn't sell it. Another sack for one of the leaders on the defensive line, and it's a turnover. 1st and 10 Bluefield with 2:12 left to go at the 45-yard line of Cumberlands. Rams looking for their 5th win, folks, and you got to remember they already have 4, which is the most that Bluefield has had since the restart of this program in 2012. At the 45-yard line, Bluefield lining up in victory formation. The Patriots have no timeouts, so Nick, this will be as Witt stays all the way back to the 50-yard line, looking to tick down the clock as much as he can without getting absolutely obliterated.
Right.
But, Nick, this will be the 4th win in a row for Bluefield.
Yes.
Moving to 5-3 on the year. Now 3-0 in the Appalachian Division of the Mid-South Conference. We have seen some of the best football in this program's history, and Dewey Lusk has been a humongous part of that.
100%. Coming into this season, I was thinking, it'd be another Bluefield season, especially having a new coach and those 62 freshmen. But Dewey Lusk, I'm not sure what kind of witchcraft he's pulling here in practice, but he has absolutely just turned this program around in the few games that he's had. So I'm excited for the future. I'm most excited for the rest of this season as pending something absolutely insane, we do get our 5th win right here.
2nd and 15 after he dropped back for a knee on a loss of 5. Play clock ticking all the way down to 5 seconds. As they are in victory formation again. Witt this time will take just a quick knee. And Bluefield letting the clock tick down now
close to a minute left. Up by 12. And the Rams for another win, and you see that sideline Bluefield staff so excited, as they should be, really. And Nick, this has been a program that has seen so much struggle in the past few years. Now they're reaching close to what a lot of people in this area would consider the mountaintop. You look at the high school situation around here, the Rams have always been sort of second fiddle. And now 5-3, they're starting to make a point here in the two Virginias.
Right, this is the most people that aren't students coming to games. This is the most I've seen the community be involved in Bluefield. It is homecoming weekend, but I expect to see this next week, and I expect to see this throughout the time that Dewey Lusk is here. He's created a winning culture so far this year, and I'd like to see him keep up with his community involvement.
Now the clock is at 10 seconds and ticking down. Both teams ready to shake hands as the Rams have now won 4 in a row. They are 5-3 for the 22-10 victory. They were up 9-7 at half, quickly down 10-9, but then after that, the Rams outscoring the Patriots confidently in the second half. And Nick, what a great game played by Bluefield. And really for Bluefield, they have a ton of momentum heading into their next game against Union.
They do, and I think that's going to be another fun one here at Mitchell Stadium. We have a ton of momentum, period. We were all very excited when we won 2 in a row, 3 in a row, 4 in a row. So let's see if Dewey Lusk can continue this. And also, Case and Wet and this plethora of running backs is just carrying us offensively. Our defensive line with yet another great day. You couldn't ask for much more.
And Case and Witt, also got to mention, his 4-game winning streak has came in the 4 games that he has started for Bluefield. So the young man out of Massaponax High School up in Fredericksburg, Virginia, has really commanded Bluefield throughout this win streak, and another win here at Mitchell Stadium. And this staff, headed by Dewey Lusk, has to be excited, as are the players wearing red. 22-10 the final score. For my spotter, Sean Kolb, for my co-partner here, Nick Ratliff, and for all of the staff here we have at Bluefield College, my name is Bailey Engel, signing off after Bluefield wins their 4th in a row, 22-10 over the Cumberlands Patriots. Going to be right back here next week against Union. But until then, take it easy, Rams fans.
Good night, and God bless.